Hello everyone, I'm Pranshu. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. Uh, I think we can get started in a few seconds. I can see some people trying to log in. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. And I suppose we can get started. I'll just quickly introduce WalkingTree for anyone joining us for the first time, and then we can get on to the agenda. WalkingTree is a technology-focused company with our core focus on designing and building cross-platform web and mobile applications, perform system integrations, enable digital transformation. We also specialize in data integration, data analytics, migration from legacy to modern systems, cloud migrations, and of course, perform UX design. Apart from end-to-end application development, we also provide custom solutions to enterprises for web and mobile application development, very specific services within the software development lifecycle like UI, UX design, microservices, DevOps, and cloud. Lastly, we also help you to implement certain solutions like objective performance assessment. We are also one of the key partners for implementation of Digit, which is an open source platform for urban governance. Now, we have two speakers. If you have been attending our Flutter webinars earlier, you must be aware of them. We have Amita and Abhilasha with us today. Amita has a total experience of almost 2 decades. She is amongst the few Sencha certified trainers in Asia and has been conducting EXT.js training programs offered by Sencha and WalkingTree. Abhilasha has a total experience of 16 years and a core strength lies in designing and building complex cross-platform applications using Angular, React, and Flutter. So on to today's agenda.
Yeah, thank you, Pranshu. Hello everybody. Today we are talking about theming. So, our agenda for today is theming in Flutter. We'll look at basics of material design, and then Amita will be taking over Flutter themes, how we create global themes in Flutter, how we control the different aspects of the theming with colors, text theme, fonts, and having more control over the UX. Then finally, creating separate light and dark themes by looking at a real example. So, to start with, what is theming? So, when we say theming, a theme is a style that applies to the entire application or a certain part of the application, wherein we control the look and feel of the application. So, it's like a set of styles which control how your application looks. And with by the use of themes, you can actually assign multiple themes to your application and then give a variety of different look and feel to the application, as you can see here. So you can have a dark and a light theme. So for this theming, Google has come up with a material design system. So this is basically a design system which sets up a standardized, high quality digital experience across different technologies and platforms. So whether be it Android, iOS, Flutter, or the different web technologies, Material is a standardized way of defining the components and how your UI is going to look. So the material design system is inspired by the physical world, its textures, you have the light and shadow effects. So all that is brought into the design to give a more like good experience to the user. Even the surfaces like the texture, it reimagines the mediums of paper and ink, bringing that to our devices. And the material design has component libraries available for the different device technologies, be it Android, iOS, the native or Flutter, and the web technologies across like React, Angular. So material is a commonly used and highly standardized design system. So when we look at material components, so those are the building blocks which help us to create a user interface and it covers most of the aspects of a user interface and the user experience. So it has a built-in state system to handle the different states which like UX or will go through. Like if a component is having focus, you're selecting it, activating it. So if it's active, if there's an error, if you're hovering on it, if a button is pressed, if a button is disabled. So the different states are clearly defined, and you have a total control on how you want to use it. Also, it caters to the different aspects of your interface. So basically how you want to display your different components. So when we talk about display, like whether it is a card layout, or you want to show a list of items, or you want to show a tabular view. Then if you look at the navigation aspect, so if you're navigating from one component to other, if there is a, like, you can have a bottom navigation bar. So how smoothly you can navigate across your components in your application. Then the different actions you perform on your application, how you want to handle the actions. So for an app, you can have a floating action button, for example, to handle like that user action. Then the different input, like input ways of entering input by the user, like if it's a text field or a select box or a radio button, or if it's a bigger text, so if it's a text area. So the different possibilities are catered to. Then you have the communication. So when we say communication, then it's like how the application communicates with the user. So if there's an error, then a proper like maybe a snack bar or a dialogue, a pop-up. So you have all these to your disposal to make use of it, and then define a like beautiful user experience. So this like using these material components, you can apply material theming. So you already have these components. Now material theming is like on top of the material design, you can customize it to match the look and feel as per your needs, as per your requirements. So if your brand has a specific color which you want to follow, or if the buttons should be of a specific shape, so with theming you can actually use those components and apply the theming, and then suit to your user requirements or your business needs. So when we look at material theming, like what are the different aspects which we can control? So if you look at the color system, so the color system is a very organized approach of how you can apply color to your UI. So the different like the different aspects of the UI, they are properly defined, and the usage how it is applied to the component. So if you're changing the primary color, then what are the things impacted by that? There's a secondary color. Then you have like the background colors, the surface colors. So all these you can change the look and feel of your UX by applying the color as per your needs. Now again, coming to the shape aspect of it. So like just by giving different shapes to your buttons or your cards, you can clearly differentiate the different components which you lay out on your UI. So like material gives you this. By the theming you can actually control, you can, if you want a rounded button or if you want a square button, so you can change and control the look and feel, and then you can, so that gives a different intent and a different uh, it conveys a different message on your UI. Next, coming to the typography. So the different styles, there are 13 typography styles which are defined, which will actually like control your text, starting from the biggest heading to the smallest body text or the caption which you want to show. So you have a variety of typography styles which you can use, and then you can again control it, you can change it. And each of these typographies have a clear meaning and intended application. So if it's a heading, or if it's a caption, so you can use it accordingly. Now coming to the icons. So again, the icons have been designed very clearly and they are very crisp and bold. They have a proper symmetrical and consistent look. So whether be it a system icon or your application icons, you can use it in different shapes and each one will give you a clear and crisp look to your UI. So using all these aspects, you can control the look and feel of your application and give a nice, beautiful user experience. So now Amita will take over the how this has been applied in Flutter, how you can control these different aspects. So over to you, Amita.
Yeah, thanks, Abhilasha. And so that was about material design. Coming to the Flutter framework, it ships with two widget libraries, Cupertino widgets and material widgets. So if we want to use Cupertino widgets, which are very specific to iOS design, then in that case, we have to wrap our application, that is the top level widget will be Cupertino app widget. So if we use that, the widgets underneath it in the subtree, they will get the Cupertino design by default. But today, as we are going to talk about the material design, which is, as already said, applicable across different platforms and devices. So in that case, our top level widget should be material app. Okay, so the components in the subtree will automatically get the material design. And so Flutter ships with two themes that are based on material design. One is the light theme, another is the dark theme. Light theme is the default one. And if we want to switch over to the dark theme, which is good for battery, less use of battery and not very strainful to the eyes, we can go for the dark theme. And how to switch over? This material app widget has got the theme property. So we'll say theme data dot dark. And when we do this, automatically we refresh our application, we'll see that dark theme has been implemented. So we can very easily switch between these two themes that are shipped by default with the Flutter framework. So what is that theme data object that we saw in the previous slide? This is actually the object that has all the configuration for the material design. For example, if you want to change for branding, you want to change the primary color. It has the light blue color by default. That's the primary color for the light theme. But we don't want the blue primary color. We want to change the primary color. We can set the primary color property inside the theme data object. Accent color, which is the secondary color. You want to change the scaffold background color. All these properties are there. You want to change the text for different. You want to change the headlines. You want to change the body text, caption, overline. You can configure the text theme property. You want to have certain theme for the icons. You want to change the default one. You can go for the icon theme, app bar theme, floating action button, buttons, whatever default theme they have, you want to override that, you can configure the button theme, and many more properties are there. So to summarize, theme data is the object that you are going to override and configure these multiple properties, whichever you want to give a new look and feel to your application. So what is primary color? It is actually the main base color for your application. It will become the background color for major parts of the application like toolbars, navigation bars, etc. And then apart from primary color, we have the accent color also, which is the secondary color. So this is an alternate color, which is used to set the foreground color for widgets. For example, the text background color and the, for tabs in the tab bar. So for that, the accent color is used. Apart from that, you can also have variants of primary color, like primary color light, primary color dark. So we have variants also for these. So now how do we use colors in our application? In two ways we can use. One is If we just want to use the material colors from the material palette, there are around 13 or so colors in the material palette, we want to use them, then in that case, we have this Dart class colors, and it has lots of static constants declared inside it. So let's say, for example, this is my text widget, and I want to change the color of the text widget. So I set the color property, and I say colors.red. So this is that class, and this is the static constant. So this is how I will use it, and the text color will be red. And the material palette colors, they come with different shades. So if you want to use a lighter color of red, you can go for colors.red and specify the shade. Shade, we'll see different shades are there from like 50, 100, and then in multiples of 100 till 900. So we can use that shade color here. So this is for using colors from the material palette. But let's say we want to use colors outside the material palette also, our custom colors. In that case, we can use the color class. So this color class has got a few constructors. For example, this is a very simple constructor that we can call, and inside, so it is simple color constructor, and this takes this value in ARGB format. So first for letters here, 0xFF I have taken because I wanted this color to be fully opaque. So 0xFF for fully opaque, and then it is red, green, and blue. So like this, you will give the color hex code without the hash sign, and that color will get applied. So for material colors, this syntax. For other colors, we can use this syntax. And we can configure all the theme colors at one place in a separate file also, so that we don't have to write like this throughout the application. We don't use the color codes like this. We can declare them as constants, and those constants we can use. We'll see that in a while when we go to the editor. And material design, they give us few tools also by which we can create our own easily. We can choose the color and create our color theme. So we'll see these in a while. And then apart from that, you can also have few extensions are there which you can add to your browser, and you can they help us to pick colors from our sample design. So let's go to the and see how we can, sorry. So first of all, this is the class, color class. And if you see, there are a few constructors here. So this is the one simple one that I used. And we can pass it like this. And then otherwise you can use from ARGB, this constructor where you have to give, colors like this. You can use from RGBO. So we can use any of these four constructors. This is the simplest one that I used there. So the color system, this is the material palette. We can see that suppose this is purple, it comes with different shades. So purple 50, then 100, 200 till 900. We can use them, and then these are accent colors also which we can use. So that was the syntax. We say colors, and within dot purple, and within bracket we give the shade number. So that will be used. So we can select colors from either here, from this one, or this is a tool for which we can use, very nice tool. You can select any color from here. Let's say for primary, I selected this, sorry, this one. And for secondary, you can select any. For example, let's choose this. And then it has given you all the colors like primary, primary light, primary dark, secondary light, secondary dark. So we can we have the color code now, and we can put it in our constants and or variables, and where we are calling the constructor, and we can use these. And here left side you can see how the widgets will look like, the tabs and all, how the material design will use them, how the switch will look like, okay, how the app bars will look like. So this is a nice tool which can help us to create our own custom theme. Now coming to the editor, let's say this is the, 1 minute, I'll just, emulator has stopped. Stop. So anyways, this, as you can see here, yeah. So this is the default theme, which has blue as the primary color, which it is using for the app bar. And this I have overridden. Huh? So, and if we go to the second screen, this is the card. It's the card widget, and whose background color is white. The scaffold background is white by default in the light theme. It looks like this. So across the screens, you can see that the theme is applicable across the screens. It is application wide. Now, if we want to change to the dark theme, so we just have to say, my top level widget is material app inside that theme property, and I say theme data dot dark. So when I do this and I just refresh, my emulator has stopped. So we just say theme data dot dark, and the theme dark theme will get applied. While it is getting activated, let's see here. I have created this util folder inside my application where I have used this file color palette dot dart, which has all the constants declared for the light theme and for the dark theme. Okay. So as you can see, I am using these colors and some from the material palette I have taken. So these constants are declared for light as well as for dark. Now, this is our choice. We can also define a class, and inside the class, we can declare these as static constant variables, and then we can use them. That also we can do, but this is a demo app, so I've directly taken them as constants without the class. And then for the text styles, I have this separate file where all the text styles are given as constants. Okay, so I've created separate file for text files and for constants. Now for the light theme, I have set primary color, and then I am using constants here. So otherwise we'll be using the color codes here. That is also okay, but putting it at one place is good. If you want to make changes, you just have to go to this file and make the changes, and automatically they will be, so you are managing it at one place. So emulator is there. So this is the dark theme. In the dark theme, scaffold background color is black, app bar color is black. This is the accent color that it is using, teal color, like this. Okay. So we can switch between themes in a very simple way just by saying theme data dot dark. Now let us make changes to the theme. So what we do is, I said that theme data is the object that we are going to configure. So theme property takes a theme data object, and we say primary color. Let's say I want to give this pink of shade 900. Accent color, I want colors.purple from the material palette. Scaffold background color also I want from the material palette only, colors.black. And if I refresh my app, you'll see that this app bar is using the primary color. Okay, and these are using the accent color, and scaffold background color is black. So like this, by just making these simple changes, you can create your own theme. So this is the object that we'll be overriding. Now, if you look at theme data object, you'll see that lots of properties are there. For example, primary color light, primary color dark, if you want to give variants also, and then brightness. Brightness is, if you are using light theme, then brightness is light, and for dark theme, brightness is dark. So we configure that also when we write a specific theme. And apart from that, you can have the hover color, the focus color on the buttons, card color that you want, card splash color when you are pressing a button, highlight color when you are pressing a button, what's the highlight color, and when you are clicking, what's the splash color, like that. And if we scroll down, font family and all you can set. And if you scroll down, you'll see the app bar theme you can configure, the bottom app bar theme, the bottom sheet, snack bar, uh, all these buttons, button bar, all these you can configure using the theme, card theme, all these slider theme, icon theme, all these you can configure inside the theme data object. So very simple way to theme our applications. Now, this is one way of doing it. Now, when we do it like this, so as you can see that we are creating a new instance of theme data object. So because we are creating new instance of theme data object, we will have to configure uh, most of the properties inside it. So that will be too extensive. So rather than doing it like this, what we can do is we can just do it like this, use the copy with method. So we say, let's say I want to make light theme as my base theme. You can go for dark also, but here in this case, I want light as my base theme. So I say theme data dot light. I get the light theme dot copy with. Now, when we say copy with, we are not creating a new instance of theme data like as this. Rather, we are using that light theme and we are copying it with these properties. So the basic styles, the other styles will remain same, and then we can, so sort of we are overriding, okay? So primary color, again, same thing. Now, if I refresh it, it's the same. Now, but you see that this text has gone because by default, this text is body text one that is used here normal for the normal text here, that is body text one. So by default in light theme, body text one is black. Now, because I have made my scaffold color, background color also black, black on black is not visible. That means I'll have to override the text theme as well. So as you saw that theme data gives us the this text theme property also. If we scroll down, you will see somewhere the text theme property. Okay, it is there. Uh, it is there, you'll find it. So therefore, inside this, I can use the text theme property and it takes the text theme object. So we say text theme, and then text theme, if you see, it offers lots of things: headlines, caption, button, overline. All these are deprecated, okay? Flutter is supporting, but they are deprecated. We get a warning if we use them. So from headline 1 to this overline, these are the properties that we can override. So all the 6 headlines, subtitles, body text 1 and 2, caption, and for the button text and for overline. So I just wanted body text 1 here. So, and it takes all these properties. They take text style object, text style constructor. So we say color, colors dot white. So what does text style take? You can see here, text style takes color and background color and all. So color only I wanted, so I'm just passing that. So whatever you want, you can pass. So now if I just refresh it again, and you will see now the text is visible. So this way we can, say copy theme data dot light or dark, whatever, dot copy with, and just keep on adding the properties, the styles that you want to override like this. Now, so colors, preferably we'll put in a separate class, textiles we'll put in a separate class, and then we'll create our theme like this using those styles and those constants like this. And our theme is ready, and then we can use it in our application. So let's go back to the here. So okay, these we saw, and this color picker also we can use. For example, here, let's say we are somewhere here or here, and I'm just using ColorZilla. So once we have that, I can take this, and it is copied here. For example, I take this, this is copied here, and then I can, it is copied to the clipboard. I can use it in my app. Okay. So you can use these extensions for the font also. Let's say what font is I have. So this is the, for typography, for text styles, we can come here and everything is given here. You can choose the font family from here, and then how it will look, uh, how different, properties, aspects of typography will look in this specific font. We can, and other details are also given here. So what font suppose I am using? Uh, so suppose I am here, I want to use, see what is there, or in some other, at other place I want to see, then for example, it will give you all the details and we can just have this in for our sample design and we can then use it. Okay. Now, so changing the primary and accent colors, we saw that we can use copy with. So instead of creating a theme from scratch, the copy with method helps to create a copy of this theme, but with the given properties replaced with the new values. So in this case, light theme will be there, but these values will be replaced. Working with the text theme, we saw that all these properties we can override. So if we want to work with the text theme, we will have to override this property text theme, and then we can just pass whatever properties we want to override. For example, text theme data dot light dot text theme. So we are theme data dot light, we are getting that light theme and its text theme property we are copying with headline 6, all these take text styles. So text style, whatever font size, line height, font weight, font family, whatever you want to configure for headline 6, you can give inside this text style property. So all these I have configured in a separate text style file as constants, and then wherever I want to use headline 6, I use that constant in my theme. So like this we can do. For normal text, body text 1, again like this. I'm using that color constant here because body text 1, I wanted black for my dark theme. So sorry, black for my the other light theme, like that. Okay. You can use custom fonts also, and it is very nicely documented in the Flutter docs. We can see there. Otherwise, what we have to do is we just have to choose any font. We can use the free commercial Google fonts. We choose and we download the fonts. We get the zip file. We will just create one folder in our project folder. Let's call it assets. Inside assets we can have fonts, or directly we can have the fonts folder, and you will unzip that file inside that folder. So all the fonts will be here now, and once they are here you have to configure it in the pubspec.yaml file. So in this file you will set the font family, the path to this font folder, weight if you want to use bold fonts, then weight, italics if you want to use all those also styles also we will configure. And once our pubspec.yaml file is ready, we'll say flutter pub get, and those will be available, and then we are ready to use them in our application. So this is how we'll be using. So let's quickly have a look at it. So this is my assets folder, fonts folder. I have unzipped all the fonts here. And then in my pubspec.yaml file, it is documented also. It is very nicely documented. So this is the same way how we have to do it. So under the Flutter property, we can put the assets for images and all. We can put the fonts. So font family name you will configure, then fonts, the path, and then the weight or italic, whatever style. And then I have used Open Sans and Quicksand. Once you have done it, run Flutter pubget. They are ready. And now to use them, how to use them? Inside my this text styles, I have, for example, here for this hint style, which is used for the text field hint. I wanted this font family quicksand. So I have used it there. Okay, this one only I wanted. So it's, and this name should be same as what we have configured in the pubspec YAML file. That name should match. So this one we are using here, and other ones I'm using here. So this is my text theme. I'm copying the text theme with headline 6. This style is there, okay, in text style, this one, headline 6. All these styles are there. So I've defined them here, but I'm using them here, configuring them here. So body text 2, and I wanted open sans for all of them. So this is my method, and then I'm saying dot apply font family this. Whatever you want to apply, all properties you can apply here. So in common, they will be applied to whatever you have, properties you have given here. This open sans will be for rest of the text styles. And one I wanted specific, so I have put it over there. So like this. Now, if I see this theme, I go to my main file, and I just say theme, BMI theme. Now, if I just refresh my application, this is the light theme that I am using, which you are seeing here in all these files. Okay. So the primary color is this dark gray, and this lighter version I am using for the buttons. And this is a raised button. This is also a raised button with a shape, but I wanted this gray normal one for here, but for this one I wanted this accent color, secondary color. So I have overridden it, and these are containers which have been shaped. So this is not a button, it's a container with a shape. So inside that, it's icon as a child. So I wanted accent color for them. So this has been overridden. For slider theme also has been overridden. I wanted these different colors here. Okay, so like this you can, and this theme is across the screens. So by default, this is a card which has a white background. I wanted this amber color, which is the accent color. So I have overridden. So like this, you can see application is across the screen. So more global customizations, you have seen text, theme, primary color and all. So like this, you can say theme data dot light dot copy with scaffold card theme. So uh, whatever is the theme data object dot card theme dot copy with. So you will use copy with to copy, override all these themes. Don't just start with card theme, because then whole card theme you will have to configure. So we, all of them we start with copy with, and then we put the properties. So old ones will, previous ones will be, other ones will be there, and new ones, these values will only be overridden. Input decoration theme for the text field, hint style I wanted in some other color, like this. Now, how to apply them? We have this theme dot of context. It uses the inherited widget, and the theme data object will be available down the subtree. So we say theme dot of context. So from the current context, that theme data object will be available down the subtree, and then we can, once it is available, we can use its properties. So descendant widgets can obtain the current themes theme data object with it. You can use it to apply colors, whatever we have configured, we can apply because we have that object with us. So we can use its property and we can apply at widget level. For example, let's say in the text theme, we have said theme data dot light dot text theme dot copy with headline 6 we have overwritten with this style. Now, somewhere in my application, this text widget is using this text BMI. Normally, what will it do? It will take body text 1 or 2, but I don't want, I want it bigger. So we can say style theme dot of context dot text theme dot headline 6. So if this font size is very big one, then that font size will be used here. Okay. So whenever you want to apply the styles, normal ones will be used, default ones will be used, but you don't want this BMI to use the body text 1. You want it to use the headline 6 to look bigger. In that case, you can change it with theme data dot of context. This will give you the theme data object. Once you have the theme data object, you get its text theme property, which is again an object, as you can see, and then its headline 6 property. We have that, and it will be applied to this text widget. Okay, so like this we can change. I'll show you in the app. So this is the BMI theme app that we are using. And here, first of all, this is this theme file, app theme light. Okay, so app theme dot build BMI theme. So what is all this? I am creating an instance of this. Once I have that instance, my theme is here, and I'm passing it to the theme property. So what is this method and all? Let's go to that file now. My theme file. So I am creating a class, any class, and a normal constructor, and then static method I have declared, which returns the theme data object and build BMI theme. And here, because I don't want to use theme data.light, theme data.light throughout this file, so I've just created an instance of it and put it in the base variable, which is of type theme data. Once I have that, I am returning base.copy with. Otherwise, what I'll be using, theme data.light.copy with here, then again here, everywhere, I'll be using that. So just declare that variable once, and then base.copy with brightness for light theme, it should be light. Primary color, light, all these. Okay. Text theme, for text theme, because there were lots of things, so I've created a separate function here, and I'm passing that base object here, and then I'm copying it with this. Okay. And then you can see the icons color is this, and size 26. I wanted little bigger icon, so I have set the theme. So all icons throughout the application will be 26 size. If you want to override somewhere, you can say theme dot of context, and then dot icon theme dot size, like that you can override. And input for the text field, this border and all that shape, I wanted little rounded borders. I am doing it through theming. So all these can be done with theming. For the buttons, I wanted the other gray color and all that. Okay, splash colors. Card theme is basically white background. I wanted yellow amber color. So you see that this color is of the card is yellow. It is coming because I have overridden the card theme with color and with elevation also, because all cards I wanted to be elevated by one. So that is why. So like this you can do. Okay. Now, once this text theme is ready, we go to main.file. Here I am calling that method, creating an instance, and then I am passing it to this. Now, where am I overriding? Let's go to this file, our home screen. And here you can see theme dot of context dot text theme dot caption. So for these buttons, they are very small. I wanted small, text for this. Otherwise, this size of the text, because for buttons, this size will come. So I didn't want this size on such small buttons. I wanted very small. So for these buttons, I am saying this this gender ones, I'm saying style theme dot of context dot text theme dot caption. Caption also I have set there, so I'm using that. So I have changed the text style of the two buttons. Both are raised buttons, but the style is different. So this text style property takes a text style only. Okay, so theme dot of context dot text theme dot caption. So caption also is a text style that we have written here. If we go down, this caption style, this is also a text style, because style property also expects a text style only, so this is fine. So that is why, that is how it is working, right? So like this, at multiple places I have changed. So if border side, for example, the border color, when it is male and it is selected, I wanted the accent color, otherwise I wanted the simple primary color. So you can see when I'm selecting this yellow color is coming, and here gray color is coming. So I wanted it differently for both the buttons. So I'm conditionally, I am adding the different colors for both of them, right? And caption on this one, I wanted caption had a white color, but this one I wanted black. So there I was directly using caption here above, but here we are saying caption dot copy with, and then color I am overriding. So like this you can apply also, and you can override also. Now you want to have a more granular control. That was we were doing with theme of context. Okay, we were having a more granular control at widget level, at instance level. We were changing the styles. So we can do it also with the theme widget. We have a theme widget. So whichever component you want to have a specific theme for that specific component. You don't want the application wide theme here. You want to have this container in red color, for example. Otherwise, containers are in primary color or accent color. I want it in different color. So we wrap that container with the theme object and theme widget. Theme widget takes the data property. You will say theme dot of context dot copy with. Whatever you want to override, you can override here. Okay, in the data property. So this will be overridden, and the container, on the container, when you will say theme dot of context dot primary color, it will be this red color used here. Because what is theme dot of context? It is this context. We are changing the context with the builder method. So it is not the application context. Okay, we have used a builder method to change the context. So it is this context that we are using. So what does theme dot of context do? Theme dot of context gets you the nearest theme data object. So this is this context. So it will get you this theme data object, and when you will apply, it will be this red color as the primary color applied. So that is how you can override components also, and you can have a more granular control. Not always necessary to use a builder method only, but here it was like this, but I'll show you in the somewhere I have used. If you see here, by default app bar title is left aligned, but here if you see, the title is center aligned. So what have we done? This app bar theme we have wrapped with the theme widget, and we have changed the title. So I'll show you in the home screen here only, sorry, in the result screen. This scaffold I have wrapped with the theme widget. Okay, scaffold is wrapped with the theme widget. I am giving the data property, and this is theme dot of context. So theme dot of context, I've just put it in a variable dot copy with app bar theme dot copy with center title true. So only for this scaffold's app bar, it will be center aligned. For rest of the scaffolds, if it's multi-page application, it will be left aligned only, which is the default. So like this, you can have a more granular control. Now, separate light and dark themes also you can create. So like I have two files there, and BMI theme dark, we create instances of them, and then theme property takes the light theme, dark theme property takes the dark theme. And then you can set the theme mode, and you can say theme mode dot dark. So when you set the theme mode to dark, the default theme for your application will be the dark theme. And if you don't set it, it will be light by default, but default is theme mode dot system. So when user will make changes in his settings, he sets the theme to dark in his device, then by default, the dark theme will be used. So either we can always have dark theme as the default theme for our application, or it will, when user will change automatically, it will be that specific theme that will be selected. So let's see that. So here in my main file, I just change this dark theme and theme mode this. Now when I run my application. This is the dark theme and across screens like this. So whatever styles I have kept common because text styles will not change for them. So they are common. Color palette, I have different colors for light and dark theme set and different files. So in this one, I am configuring all the dark colors, dark color constants. And then we go to main file and we just change these settings, create their instances and just, you know, add this and it is done. Now, so these are useful resources. The links that I was using, they are here. And the last one thing I would like to add, if I, the color scheme, you can, I have used color scheme also with next release or maybe in the future releases, Flutter will deprecate the use of this primary color light and some of the properties. It will be using the color scheme for creating the theme. Okay, so this color scheme takes these properties, primary variant, secondary variant, okay, like this. These few properties, brightness and all, they will be inside the color scheme. They are inside the color scheme. So here I wanted 3 of them, so I have used them. But in future releases, most of these properties will be deprecated, and using the color scheme only, the widgets will be styled, right? So I have just taken these 3, and this is how, if you are using that, I mean, now also we can use that. So we'll say theme data dot from. We don't say theme data dot light or dark. We say theme data dot from, and then we pass the color scheme. And using that color scheme, the widgets will be styled. So for future apps, this is what will be followed. So that's all from me. We can have questions.
Thank you, Amita. I think we did have one question from Sumit, but that has been addressed to by Abhilasha. We do have one in the Q&A box. How can we know which text widget takes the body text one property?
Okay, that is all defined in the material design. Okay, so if we, just a minute, the link that I was showing you here, you can see it is all documented in material design. You can see, like, this is, when you see this overline, this is overline, this is headline 5, this is body text. So normally headline 6 is for the titles, okay? App bar, by default, app bar title is headline 6. So all titles are headline 6. The scaffold content, the normal content, it is body 1, body text 1, body text 2. So you can see the headlines, it is documented here. This will be helpful, okay? This app bar titles or any other title, it is this, and subtitles, they are used for this purpose. So this is material design, and by default, if you are not overriding, you will see that when you configure the text theme, headline 6, headline 5, subtitle, caption, they will be used like this only. But if you want to change, you can say theme data dot of context, and then you can change. So body text, it is all written here, that long form writing text is normally body text 1 and body text 2, okay? And for when you are using something like this, the caption will be used by default. So this is the place from where you can uh, know more about it.
All right, so I think we do have some bit of time If you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box. All right, so I suppose this is it for today. Thank you, Abhilasha and Amita.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
be everyone, please be sure to check out Amita's blog on the same topic. We'll share the URL with you when we send the recording of this webinar to you. But you can also check out our social media handles on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. You should get to the blog. So thank you, everyone, and thank you once again.
Yeah. Thanks all. Thank you.